Good evening, sports and pop culture fans, and Happy New Year! Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. It is January 5th, 2014. Can you believe it? I'm sorry, 2014. I'm so ready. I am. You know why I said that?
Why?
Because what happened in 2014?
I don't know.
Seriously, you don't know? You seriously don't know?
Oh. You created your show. Not your show, but your station.
My station? Okay, well, apparently Cecilia is not part of this. But I created my station, so Cecilia is not the, the co-CEO, apparently. So I created my station, IE Sports Radio, 10 years ago. And 2014 has been in my head all day. But it is January 5th, 2024.
Yep.
And, wow, we are here.
I know.
Hey, can you believe it?
No. It's weird to say that it's 24.
Right? It's crazy. But it's exciting. So many new things this year.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to. And we are super excited for what's to come. So today we got some fun stuff we're going to talk about. Of course, we got our new coffee in our holiday box that we have been saving, kind of.
Well, no, it's just you don't want to use them.
We've been trying, but tonight, I know we've already talked about this, but I just kind of want to just because the other night was so funny looking at them again, I want to briefly talk about those hilarious MTV shows that we used to watch when we were teens, because they're funny.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're going to get into an old segment that I used to do, and actually one of our old previous hosts used to do, This Day in Sports History. I'm going to bring that back. The Raiders are eliminated from the playoffs. The Lakers have lost 3 in a row. The Ducks have also lost 3 in a row. Our teams suck, but it's okay. Because we got a new show, some new segments, I'm ready for this year. You are now tuned in live to the Sports No Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, 2024 is here.
Mm-hmm.
And even though my head is just stuck on 2014 because of this being our 10-year anniversary on the air, it's been a journey, and I'm just so happy that we can sit here and share this time with you guys on Friday evenings.
Yeah.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
It's always fun.
Great. So, I'll tell you right now, this is certainly gonna be a fun show tonight. We like I said, we got some good coffee coming up in just a few minutes here, and it's just, I'll tell you what, this Christmas break was so needed.
Oh yeah, it's our last Friday vacation.
I know,
it's kind of a bummer, but it's okay. I'm looking forward to going back to work and seeing my students and my coworkers.
Right. Me too. Go back, enjoy it. Like I said, yes, the job can be kind of tough sometimes, but at the end of the day, honestly, it's an amazing job, and I wouldn't want to do anything else. And honestly, even though it gets kind of stressful, it's not nearly as bad as a lot of other people out there who are making pretty dang good money have to go through every day.
Mm-hmm.
I really manage my students and deal with all the, the daily grind of that and lesson planning and the meetings and all that, than to worry about being on call 24 hours as a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Not doing that.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Knowing that I have lives in my hands, that's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
I do have lives in my hands, but not in that kind of way.
You're weird.
Think about it. Hey, we help shape.
Yes.
But it's definitely not, something crazy like medical fields. We respect them, by the way. But anyway, you guys. So tonight, of course, we're gonna get into some funny things. Like I said, we're gonna really have fun with the whole MTV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Cecilia and I, we watched a couple episodes the other night during dinner. We watched an episode of Next.
Yeah.
If anybody remembers that old prehistoric dinosaur of a show.
I didn't remember it until you reminded me of it.
It's pretty funny. And then, of course, we watched an episode of Room Raiders that...
I remember that one.
That was funny. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
We cracked up. It was pretty funny. But so yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit coming up here. Like I said, we got our cinnamon toast coffee coming on up in a few minutes. Definitely excited for that one. And like I said, the Raiders, they're officially eliminated after last week. Should Antonio Pierce get a chance, even though he lost 2 important games? Or, should we go after Coach Jim Harbaugh, who was coaching in the national championship on Monday in college? I don't know. The Ducks and the Lakers just, think losing is the funnest thing in the world, so they just keep doing it. There's no other explanation. They must think it's the funnest thing ever. I mean, hey. Yeah. So we got all that today. And some new recipes. Yeah. What do you guys eat for dinner? Hey, that's a fun thing we're going to talk about today, is some new recipes out there.
Maybe you guys can give us some ideas.
Yeah. We're going to share some ideas of what we're going to make this week. I'm excited for the Green Goddess sandwiches. Oh, yeah, I'm ready for those. Oh, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Found things on some cool, healthy websites. So we're excited to talk about some cool recipes. And then, of course, This Day in Sports History. A pretty cool segment. I remember I used to do this, my gosh, within like the second year. And then I stopped doing it because I was like, okay, I got kind of old. And then it's funny, a couple of years ago, we had a host, Caitlin Seam. Hope she's doing great and everything. But she had her show. And it's kind of funny, she actually brought that back. She would do This Day in his sports history and everything. I thought it was pretty cool. And I'm like, you know what? No one does that anymore on the station. So I figured we should just pick it back up and do This Day in sports history together. It's pretty fun. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool to look on the website and see like what happened on this day in sports history. And then, of course, we have here, I'm going to do the song of the moment in a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's going to be fun. You guys, it's going to be a great show. I hope you're all excited. Hope you're locked in, and maybe you guys got a cup of coffee in this cold winter. Mm-hmm. I know, Cecilia.
I know, it's been cold lately. I don't like it.
Cecilia walks in a little bit ago, and the first thing she does is turn on the heater.
Yep. I'm cold. I just run cold all the time.
And I run at 1,000 degrees.
One of us is always suffering.
I know, because I need the air conditioning in the summer.
Oh, gosh.
And Cecilia is like, it's nice. And I'm like, it's not nice. I lost 7 pounds sitting in our living room. I'm sorry. We're not doing this. Like, I need my ice box. So, yeah. Anyway. So, with that said, guys, we're going to take ourselves our first break of the evening. And when we come back, we're going to jump on into our coffee of the week and have a little fun with those MTV shows. You are listening to the Sports Club Perspectives right here on iSports Radio. Your direct feed for all. That is sports. We'll be right back after this. Hey there, sports fans. Are you looking for a sports show that maybe isn't 100% about sports?
Then you might want to check out the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Most sports shows cover only scores and stats, and while we're not opposed to that, we dig a little deeper into sports issues and some of the hottest topics in athletics.
In addition to sports, we take a journey through my neck of the woods, pop culture, with movie reviews of both sports and non-sports films.
Speaking of pop culture, make sure to participate in our game nights, where we quiz each other on our specialties, and you, the listeners, can win IE Sports Radio apparel.
We always have a great time learning more about each other's worlds, one show at a time.
So join us each week on the Sports Couple Perspectives, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What up, Boston sports fans? This is Mikey Two Guns here, your host of Our Bleepin' City, airing every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Please join me. We'll talk everything Boston sports, all the local teams, college teams. I'm even down to talk MMA, boxing, whatever you guys want. So join me every Wednesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. Chime in with your questions on the chat, tweet the show. We'll even have call-ins. I can't wait to hear from you guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. So once again, it's Our Bleepin' City. I am your host, Mikey Two Guns, every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. See you soon, people.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And we are right back at it. Make sure to check out all these awesome shows here at IE Sports Radio. I accidentally clicked our drop. And to start things, it's like tooting our own horn there. Sorry about that. But definitely check out all of our great shows here at IE Sports Radio. Sorry, running around, doing the wash, doing all these things right now. So sorry for our for the little longer break. Usually we only take like 2 vacations. But with that, our two drops, that is, for our break. But, okay, so, during the break here, Jen B says, my husband made some Italian and chicken cordon bleu sliders, with rolls, and had leftovers from New Year's Eve. I am a fan of cordon bleus.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
And that's okay. Once again, all entitled to our own opinion, totally cool. But I've always wanted to know, what is it about cordon bleu that you don't really care for it?
I think it's just, I don't know what even cordon bleu is, really. I think it's just the cheese or the sauce or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't like it. I've tried it. But yeah, I don't like it. Maybe it was just the way that, I think my mom prepared it one time, and I just, don't like it.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's wrapped around cheese. So
it's wrapped around cheese. Yeah,
I'm not a big cheesy person, so okay, that makes more sense then.
Which makes total sense, right? I mean,
that's not funny. I'm not a cheesy person.
It's okay. It's delicious, though. I love me some cordon bleu. And it's funny, you want to know why, you guys, I like cordon bleu so much? Because back a million years ago, there used to be this guy that drove around everybody's house called the Swanson Man. This was back in like the 1740s.
You mean Schwans?
Schwans. Wasn't it? Is that what it was called?
You said Swanson.
Oh, crap.
Schwans.
I thought, well,
I was like, what?
It was something with an S, all right?
Yes, Schwans.
Schwans.
Yes.
Back in the day. This was the Flintstones era. Okay. And, I'm sure that the Schwans man was all over the country. But, yeah. I used to love the microwave cordon bleu. They were so
That's where I first tried it. I don't like it. Maybe if I made it like actually like homemade or whatever, maybe that would be different. But I don't know. From that just gave me a bad experience, and I do not like it.
It is so good. So good. So, okay. Well, hopefully we could try it one more time in the future.
Yeah, if you make it.
Okay, let me try it. I'll try it and see if she likes
right. You burn everything. I'm just kidding. No, you don't.
I don't burn everything. Just like 2 things out of 3. That's all.
Anyway.
Just kidding. Anyway, you guys, so we are going to taste our coffee now. This is the cinnamon toast coffee out of our Christmas pack of coffees from World Market. Once again, if you guys go to World Market next to you, please go.
Yes.
It is a cool place.
It's literally a rare gem.
It really is. And it is really, really, really cool, the stuff they have in there. Can you find some of the stuff they have in there in other stores? Of course you can. But
that's not quite often, though.
It's not.
That's rare.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. You know what? One time you found those wind candies in like Walgreens or something like that, those Swiss chocolate candies.
Oh, yeah.
And that was cool. But once again, you can find other things. But once again, World Market's like the place.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. We have our little sampler pack that Cecilia had to have for our Christmas break. And I honestly think that it was like one of the coolest things ever. Because there's just so many types of coffees in there. There's 5, right?
Yeah, I think there's 5.
And this is one of the ones that we got. She fell in love with like I said last week was the Firehouse.
Yeah.
The Firehouse rum.
That one's my favorite so far out of this box. This will be only our 3rd one trying. We've tried the eggnog one too.
We tried the eggnog. It wasn't that good.
Yeah. I don't think eggnog should be... It's good as a cold drink, but not as, like, a hot drink, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I'm trying to look at all the different ones in here. But the one that we got, we've tried a couple of them already, and we haven't even talked about some of them on the show. But tonight we are trying the cinnamon, looks like. I had to look it up here. I know the box is over there on the cupboard, but I had to look it up. I don't want to walk away. But this is the cinnamon French toast. Mm-hmm. That we're about to try. So we're going to start it off, of course, with Cecilia trying it black.
It does smell very cinnamony.
Is it really?
Yeah, you want to smell it first?
Let me see. Okay. Yeah, that's very cinnamony.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think? Black. What do you think?
Oh, no. I couldn't do it black.
No?
No. You still get that cinnamon taste. This one's very bitter black.
Okay. That is a bitter coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. I won't rule it out and say that it tastes over cinnamony, but man, if you taste that,
can't go wrong with cinnamon.
No, you can't. Canela. It tastes like oh man, that's a cinnamon coffee for sure, man. But I can kind of taste the toast. I can kind of understand like black. You can totally taste this coffee, like the cinnamon-ish side. So let's go ahead and try it now with our vanilla, French vanilla creamer, and see.
Oh, that tastes so much better.
Oh man, that is.
It just tastes like cinnamon to me, which is not bad. I like cinnamon.
It does just taste like a cinnamon
like a
coffee.
Sweet cinnamon, if that makes sense. I know cinnamon is sweet already, but I don't know. Maybe it's the French toast or whatever.
You know what? It does kind of taste like toast.
And it's not as strong with the creamer. Like I don't know what you call it.
It's not a like a strong acidic coffee. Mm-hmm. Right? But I think it's like I get cinnamon vibes from it. But I do kind of understand where they get the toast from because it is a little sweet. Mm-hmm. So, honestly, I mean, I like it. It's not that I don't like it. I think this is a good coffee.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely a cinnamon coffee. I don't know. I feel like this is something that you can totally sip on the cold days and feel that Christmassy, New Year's, winter type of feel.
Yeah, I guess.
In front of the fireplace, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's pretty good, actually.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's
so,
good.
what would you give it?
I give it like an 8 out of 10.
I was gonna say like a 7, 8 out of a 10. And the reason why I'm not dissing the coffee. The reason why though is because it is, man. I mean, I guess I shouldn't give it that. It's not that I don't. I love cinnamon, but I just felt like I don't know. The cinnamon is really really overpowering.
No, it's not.
You don't like it? I mean, you don't think it is?
No.
It's not this overpowering. It's just, I guess it's exactly what they said it was. It's cinnamon coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So, honestly, I can give it like an 8, 9. Because, once again, they give you exactly what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good coffee. It's a pretty good coffee. If you're looking for a cinnamon coffee, this is totally it.
Yeah, that's good.
But the reason why, though, and you guys know me, it doesn't give me that strong kick.
Mm-mm. When it's without creamer, yes. But when it's with creamer, no.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, that is the cinnamon toast. Cinnamon French toast in the holiday sampler. A selection of 5 here from World Market. Once again, we have the Fireside of Rum. That was definitely our favorite. The holiday eggnog, I mean, I gave that. What would you give that?
Oh, that would be a 1, not trying to be mean.
I'd say it's like a 3 or 4. It's not bad, but it's definitely not that good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. The gingerbread is what's next. That's the only one we haven't tried.
Okay.
We tried the cinnamon French toast, which we both gave like around I think I'd be solid with an 8 or a 9. I'll say 9. Cecilia gave it an 8. We tried chocolate peppermint. That was the first one we tried weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think we both gave that like a
one.
10. It was really tasty.
Oh, okay. I think I liked that one too.
Yeah, it tastes like peppermint. And then, of course, the only one is gingerbread. So maybe we'll try that one next week to finish off our little series here. But the eggnog is, it was okay.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't. It's not something, like, honestly, guys, I hate to say this, but the eggnog one is something where I have 1 cup and I'm like, I'm good. I don't want any more. Mm-hmm. So, we shall see. But anyway, so there you guys go. World Market Ground Coffee Holiday Sampler 5-pack. So if you have a World Market next to you, go check it out. Really, really cool stuff in there and really delicious. So, okay. So some fun stuff we're going to do this year. I'm really excited. Cecilia and I were talking last week, and I'm going to take her to see Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Chicago Live.
I don't even know what Chicago is. I'm not one for plays or musicals or anything like that. The only reason why I know Wicked is because we had to read it when I was in my sophomore year of college. And it was actually kind of cool. The story of the witch of Wizard of Oz. Let's see, what else? But that's it. Cecilia is definitely the play person that's really all into that. And hey, gentlemen out there, you guys know, you got to give your wife what she wants. It's just how it goes, even though she gave me a dirty look, it's the truth. Ladies out there, you know it's the truth. So I am all for it. What the heck is Chicago anyway? I know the band. I love the band. But I don't, what's the musical?
It's about women who, I just like the music. I don't think I've ever really paid attention to all I know is that there's these women who unfortunately get caught. Well, not unfortunately, but who get caught and they've killed their husbands for a certain amount of reasons. Some of them because they were cheating. Some of them because they have a certain tick, I guess, that they do. Like how people smack their gum and I don't know. These women just had the last straw and then it's really about that. And they're trying to get fame and whatnot from all of the publicity and everything like that. But yeah, the first time I've ever seen Chicago and fell in love with it was it's a movie. They made it into a movie musical with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Renee Zellweger, and Richard Gere. And of course, all three of them are like the best actors ever, you know, out there. So, of course, I had to watch it. So, yeah. And I've never seen the play, so this will be fun to see the, you know, musical play and everything like that.
And that's really, and you said you have seen some plays before, right?
Yeah.
You said you went with your family and everything. So, go ahead, tell the audience, what did you see and what did you think of those plays?
Well, I've only seen Hairspray and, like, on the big theater kind of thing in Las Vegas. And then, I don't know the other one. I guess she was a main person, I think, in history. I'm not quite sure, though. Has to do with something with Argentina, though. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, I don't remember the name of that play. But that one was really good, too.
Cool.
And then, of course, I've seen, like over here where we live, RCC, some plays.
Oh, Riverside Community College, yes.
Yeah, Riverside Community College. I've seen some of their productions, too, which were really cool.
The 2023 National Championship Tigers.
Thank you, Jemby.
Evita. Okay, that's interesting.
I have to look all that up. But, yeah, my dad took us to go see that, and he also took us to see the Hairspray one, too.
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, it's really, really cool. So we're going to go see a play together now. I'm excited to take my wife. She seems super excited. It's going to be on, like, Valentine's Day week, right? Somewhere during that time. Like, I think we're going the weekend or whatever, but it's going to be in San Diego. So we're going to take a drive out there, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be cool to see it, and I think you're going to enjoy it live.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Too bad Catherine Zeta-Jones, Richard Gere, and Renee Zellweger couldn't be in it, but it's okay. I'll still love all these actors, too.
Well, that's going to be a lot of fun.
And I can sing along. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
I can't sing.
No, yes, you can.
No.
She can sing.
No, I can't.
Next week, I really want to try to go to a... What is that?
Jemby, it's part of the song. That's going to stay stuck in my head forever now.
What is it?
It's a part of a lyric in the song. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
What? Wow.
Oh, now I want to sing it, but I can't.
Wow.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
That's a movie, too. Madonna plays Evita.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to check that out, because I did not know that was a movie as well.
Gen B is on it right now.
That should not surprise me, but yeah, I'm going to have to check that out today.
That's cool. Well, hey, check it out. Yeah, Gen B's the homie. Gen B's so cool, right? So big ups to Gen B, by the way. She's the host of our Cleveland show here on IE Sports Radio, covering all things in Cleveland and basically northern and mid Ohio. She's a big Columbus fan, so she knows what it's like to have winning teams. We don't have those over here, but it must feel really good, you know. I mean, she is a Browns fan, so she knows what it feels like to suffer for years. This is their first year being really good, or at least decent. But yeah, so next week, I'm really excited. Hopefully, we can get some tickets at the Old Blues Club. I looked it up. Stevie Ray Vaughan. There's like a cover of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'm a huge fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I play a lot of his music. I can play a lot of his music. Blues. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. I grew up idolizing him and Jimi Hendrix and Carlos Santana. So those are my 3 top favorite guitarists ever. So we might go see that next week. Really excited. Cecilia and I, we danced the night away into salsa this past week for New Year's. Right? That's fun.
That's how we rung in the new year.
Right? Shout out to Salsa Fama. Definitely had a good time. Going back tomorrow for the grand opening at a place that the new little place they're going to be doing it. So really excited for that. We got lots of salsa coming up at the wineries. So lots of fun things and plenty more coming up in our 2024. So okay. So I wanted to ask you this. What did you think rewatching Room Raiders and Next the other day when we were at dinner?
It was funny. Just to remember, you know, sitting at home watching those kind of cheesy stuff. But, yeah. It was a good remembrance.
Isn't it funny how cheesy it really is?
Oh my gosh. You don't realize how cheesy it was
then
until you look back at it. And it's like, wow, we used to watch this kind of stuff. It's funny.
Right. So something we thought of last year. We never got to finish a series because we just didn't keep it going. It's kind of funny, but we were gonna cover high school stories, whatever. Controversies and whatever high school story, and it was pretty cool covering that. We may go back to look at watching some of those this year, but that was one of the shows that ran along with like Daria. I am one of the biggest Daria fans in the world. I absolutely love the dry humor, not the dry humor, I guess the really, really, really sarcastic humor in it. And to me, I felt like Daria is probably the most, I'm talking about the absolute most accurate anything ever of high school, because it's so true. Like, it's funny, but yeah. So there's that. Like I said, next was hilarious. Room Raiders, Pimp My Ride. You know, of course, we know that Pimp My Ride was like, isn't it crazy how Pimp My Ride was? You see all these videos later and everything, and Pimp My Ride was, and it's kind of funny. Pimp My Ride actually took place near us in an Empire in Corona. Mm-hmm. That's where the original place was. The what was it called? The Gas, and before that it was West Coast Customs. Mm-hmm. But isn't it funny how people would be like, yeah, like it wasn't really one day. They would take my car and it would take 2 months.
Oh yeah,
to get done. Mm-hmm. You know, like you have these stories of these people who like. Yeah, like my ride sucks. Like it was completely. They didn't fix anything under the hood. They just made it into a giant TV screen on wheels. Like, isn't it fun? And then you hear Exhibit all these years later. Poor guy. He's like, people come and say things like, "Yeah, man, like you know, Pimp My Ride," but he's like, "Dude, I was just the face of it. I did none of the custom stuff. None of that."
Well, I think people know that, but that's why they tell him that.
I know. It's pretty funny, though.
So I don't know why he would take it so literal.
So, okay.
I'm like, oh, I wish I could, but, you know, I was just the face of it.
So, okay, I got this. I got this for you. Pimp My Ride. Pimp My Ride. Room Raiders. Mm-hmm. Where they go, one person, it's you know, either or, one person will get the chance to use a little spy kit. I think the whole damn thing was staged, of course, 100%. Like everything, the rooms, everything was staged. But one person, at least once again, in my opinion, one person would go into their quote unquote rooms of the 3 people that were in the van, and they were watching this person cruise around, and in their room, and that person would be like, oh, what's this and what's this? And they would pull out their spy kit and like judge these people on what was in their room, what they liked, what they didn't like. And they would go to 3 different rooms. And then at the end, they would turn the tables. Those 3 people from the van would go into that person's room and kind of fish around. And then that person that went to all 3 different rooms would welcome them in their room and then choose a person. Just based off of the room, they would choose room 1, 2, or 3. And then that was the person they would go on a next, quote unquote, next date with. Mm-hmm. It's if you think about it till this day, it's actually a pretty cool, funny concept.
Yeah, it is. It's weird in my opinion. Like,
how is that weird?
I don't know.
Just kidding.
I wouldn't want to go through anybody's belongings. It feels like it's just invading their privacy. But I don't think the rooms were a setup. I think those were actually their rooms. I think they probably just placed like certain things that the TV crew people wanted the people to find out like what they're looking at or whatever. But I would think that because they would then run out of ideas for how rooms should look. Yeah,
well, I don't know. It was just funny
because you can't do too fancy and you can't do too, I don't know, like low, or not even low. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah.
Well, do you think, after seeing and knowing my room before we moved in together and, when we were like dating in our early days, would you have picked me based off of my room?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one, That's a good one, That's a good one.
You put me on the spot.
Ooh. Sorry.
Yeah, because your room was nice and clean and tidy.
Aw, I'm a tidy person.
You just don't like to dust.
I don't like to dust, but I'm tidy. Yeah, I can definitely go on a whim. Yeah, my room wasn't always the most undustiest, but everything was usually had in its place and nice and clean.
except for underneath your bed and your closet. No, I'm just kidding.
Because those were the places where that's where everything was so tidy. Mm-hmm. I cleaned up and then just threw everything underneath there and deal with it later.
At least you admit it.
Where's my guys at? Back me up. You guys do the same thing. You know this. Oh, my girl's coming up. Throw everything in the...
I would go over and she's like, don't open that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Don't open the closet. Why? What's in there? Come here. Look, we gotta watch this movie. Look. Who cares about that? We got dinner waiting for us. You know, that. So, yeah. Do you think I would have picked you based on your room?
Probably not.
Okay, I just I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look. Your excuse was we were always together anyway. Mm-hmm. We were dating. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, your room was basically a place you would just go home, throw your stuff down, go to sleep, and then we just see each other the next day, basically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I mean, it's not like you ever really, like, were in there, like, way too much or anything, you know?
Yeah.
So, it was a little messy.
Hey.
But once again...
I mean, I do have to admit, I am a messy person. I do clean up, but yes, I can be messy, I will admit. I'm ashamed of that, but, you know, it's who I am.
Well, she owns it. And like I say, she's not horribly messy. And once again, I mean, we were always together anyway. It was, you know, and everything. But, yeah, just is what it is. It's cool. We balance each other out.
Yeah. I think you always have those two people in the relationship. One's always the cleaner one. One is the somewhat messy, and then, yeah, so on and so forth.
It's the clean deal. Yeah, well, it is what it is. We balance each other out well. So, anyway, Room Raiders was hilarious. And then next, of course, where there would be somehow this bus would be cruising around, and there would be this one person that would be outside doing weird things with the people from the bus on this weird date.
They're not weird. You
Homegirl,
make it sound so weird, like they were digging for worms or something.
They might have been.
Oh my
Homegirl wanted to play basketball or rollerblading or something like that. Like, who does that?
Hey, it's a challenge to the game.
I guess so, but yeah, like they come off the bus, and I guess it gets funny because the people who come off the bus, the little tab next to them when they jump off the bus, they say their name and their age, and then like these weird 3 fun facts about them. Those are the weirdest things I've ever seen on TV.
They're not weird; they're just funny, and I think those are definitely made up.
Of course they are, but it's hilarious. Like, you know, like I don't know. Like, they jump off the bus and it's like, you know, sings country aloud in their car. You know, graduated from the worst high school in New York or something like that, and I don't know, has a tattoo on their butt of so and so. Like, you're like, what the hell? Like, those are the weird.
That one could have been true. I'm just kidding. The butt tattoo. I'm just kidding.
I thought it was funny. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know. But next, the concept is they all come out. One person comes out, the person checks them out or whatever. They go on there, they do a little date thing.
Well, sometimes they don't even get that far though. It all depends on the person and if they want to, you know, continue with the date or not. And
next.
Then they have a time limit, and however long they stay in, that's how much money they get.
Yeah, and then they walk out with like if it was 30 minutes and then they next, then they get $30. I mean, it works. It's kind of cool. But then, of course, the end where, you know, it's the whole, okay, so it's been 57 minutes, and it's that point where the person basically just pulls the trigger, you know. It's been 57 minutes, and you can either take the $57 or go on a second date with me. You know, and then the person, like, there's always that weird freeze, that pause where it's, like, black and white.
They do it on purpose.
It's hilarious, and it's like, and they have to give that face, like that, like that emoji, you know, with their hand on their chin looking at the sky, like, and then, you know, they get all the flashbacks. Like, I thought it was funny because the one that we watched, the guy was crying in the bus. Like, come on, man.
I think they told him that he had to cry.
Right? He's like,
yeah.
What did he say? He was like, he's like,
I think he was saying that.
Oh, he smoked.
No, well, yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. He smoked. He's like, I don't know why. He's like, she nexted me. He's like, we really could have had something. He says, there's probably some things that she did that I wouldn't like either. And he was like crying, and they were like, and the guys in the bus were like, it takes a really big man to cry about his emotions. And they were playing like somber music. It was such a stupid. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a funny show.
To me, that show kind of reminded me of the Now show that they have today is like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. Like trying to find themselves a husband and a wife kind of situation. But instead of so many girls or so many guys, they only did what? There was only like 4 or 5 of them? 6 maybe?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I think there was 5 in total. No, I think there was, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, but I think there was, I don't know, 6 maybe. Because there was one guy left over and he didn't get to go on the date with her because...
because she asked it was like the 4th guy she asked for the date.
Yeah, okay, so maybe there's 5 in total.
And the guy at the end didn't get a chance to go.
Yeah.
And then that was it. It's just funny because it's like so cheesy. Like it's so cheesy, but it's entertainingly cheesy, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know.
You can laugh at it. I would watch those probably.
That's what I'm saying.
All over again.
Like, those afternoons were so much fun. Coming home from school, like high school, and okay, cool. While I'm quote unquote doing my homework, TRL was the first thing that was on. Mm-hmm. So I'd be watching TRL. I remember there was a show called The Undergrads. That was kind of funny, cartoonish, or animated show. Daria, of course. Room Raiders, Pimp My Ride, Next. Oh my gosh, there was more. I
can't remember.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just the 2000s. The high school stories, controversies, whatever was there. But this is definitely like the after the era of like Singled Out, YoMTV Raps. Like those were when we were little. Of course, you had the Road Rules, Real World. Then you have the Then it got to the point where they just turned them into challenges where they fought, they compete against each other. Real World, Road Rules Challenge, whatever. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Like how some of these shows, you look at them now and it's just,
those were our reality shows.
It is funny because people I guarantee you, there were a lot of people that were like, "Oh my gosh, this is a bunch of crap," but it's funny. I can't look away. I guarantee you, there was a lot of people out there who thought they were real.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I think anything that has to do with romance and it being like so-called real, especially like you get those hopeless romantics and whatnot, you're just like, oh, like you really hope for the best for them. But that's what I was saying too. Like, what was it, Next? Yeah, Next.
Next, yeah.
I was like, it would be cool though because it really, at that point, I would really think that it would be up to them if they actually go on that date. They never follow up if they ever go on that date together.
They don't.
How do you know?
No, I'm just saying, you're right. They don't follow up. They don't follow up.
Yeah. I was about to say, what? Did you get some kind of scoop and didn't tell me? I'm just kidding. I was about to go crazy right now, y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
She's not kidding.
Anyway, yeah, it would be cool if they, because I mean, yeah, like if you saw the person and you want to have an actual second date with them, as they would call it, a second date, yeah, they should have seen if like they actually went on it or not.
It was funny.
Because all the rest might be fake, but I mean, those two, could have had real feelings for each other and been like, yeah, let's do this.
They could have. So I don't know, but those shows were hilarious back in the day. So big ups to MTV and all those funny shows. But okay, so really quick, our Lakers have lost 3 straight. Mm-hmm. They suck. I hate them. LeBron can't do it all by himself. He's in his 21st, something like that year. AD just isn't balling like how he should. He plays every other game, I feel like. The bench, they're such a mediocre bench. It's just, this team sucks. They're 17 and 18 right now. It's just looking at the playoff picture, only 8 teams get in. Lakers are number 10 right now in the West. I mean, it's just this sucks. The Lakers suck. Like seriously, Lakers are bad. Like,
maybe it has something to do with the coach. I'm just
no. I think they're going to get rid of him. And I don't know. It's just the Lakers had a point where they were going through coaches like underwear. I mean, it was just, I don't know. But the Lakers right now are irritating, and it makes me sad because this is, I mean, we all know, unless LeBron tries to throw some Tom Brady crap, I mean, we all know this is it. I mean, LeBron James has reached so many milestones. He's the leading all-time scorer in the NBA, surpassing another Laker, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I heard about that recently.
Well, that happened last year, baby.
Oh, last year. My bad.
We talked about that on last year's show, like during the summer.
I always think things are recent, though. I can never tell time.
So I mean, yeah. So it just makes me mad. Like if this, are we gonna send out King James like this, man? Like golly, like it just makes me mad. And I know he had the COVID championship and everything, but I don't know, man. It'd be nice to win one to send him off. Regardless, though, who knows when he's gonna stop? His son is currently playing at USC, and USC is a letdown right now. Even with him, I know unfortunately there was a cardiac arrest situation a couple months ago where his son got cardiac arrest on the court.
Poor
and they had to rush him to the hospital. Yeah, thank God he's okay, and he's playing. But there's so much talent. Earlier, Taryn on the SoCal Spring Sports Show was talking about USC, and it's true. They're horrible right now. Overall, USC basketball, they're freaking 7-7. Look how far down the Pac-12 they are. Mm-hmm. They should be way up here where Oregon is.
Yeah, 11-3. Low.
They have all this talent, and they're set third to last. I mean. That USC basketball, men's basketball is a joke. However, the women's basketball, kind of cool. They're number 9 in the country. But, believe it or not, they're actually number 7 in the Pac-12. But they're number 9 in the country right now. They're 10-1. The ladies are playing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They just recently lost to UCLA, who is a better team. UCLA is undefeated at 12-0. But regardless, I mean, Oregon State 12-0 as well. But pretty cool. So it's neat to look at that, The CBU we have here also, like, so we do follow, CBU as well. But it's just crazy to see, like USC, all that talent, and it's just, we'll get to CBU in a moment, but man, all that talent, and I just feel like, man, like it's just not there, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating. So I don't know, kind of bums me out. Like it really does, So anyway, so with that said, yeah, even looking at the Lancers right now, CBU women, the women's team currently leading the charge in the WAC. They're 11-1, and they're number 1 in the WAC right now.
Wow.
And no one goes to their games. And it's frustrating.
It's sad.
All right? Like Cecilia said it. We talked about this like a year ago. We went to one of their games. There's like 10 people in the arena. But look how good they are.
Seriously. Their gym should be just as packed.
Yeah. And look at the men, where they are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The men are 8-6. And they're 1-2 in the WAC. And they're, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're number 7 out of 8, 9, 10, 11 teams in the WAC. And the women are number 1 out of 11 teams right now. They're 3-0 in the WAC, and they're 11-1. They've only lost 1 game this whole year.
Wow. That's awesome. Good for them.
Right? Good for the ladies, right?
Keep up the good work.
They're playing good, but the guys, man, they're falling apart. And it's just kind of sad because it's true. Like, nobody packs it for them. Mm-mm. Hopefully they have recently, which I don't know if they did, but maybe they will. But yeah, so anyway, we're just, kind of rough. There is a little bit of a rumor that I've heard recently that since the Dodgers have signed Ohtani and Yamamoto, Kershaw might be on his way out to play somewhere else.
But
he's injured. Of course, he's coming back from surgery. But if he comes back like halfway through the year, I don't know if he can opt out, but he might head to another team.
Oh, no.
He's 35, I think, this year. So, I don't know. What do you think if Kershaw ups and leaves for one or two?
I'll be heartbroken.
I know, right? Kind of a bummer, right?
Yes. Dodgers better not let him go.
The Angels keep on falling apart. They lost.
Well, maybe they'll gain Kershaw.
Yeah, Kershaw might just go over there. Screw it. Like, yeah, I'll just play here. Screw it. Kershaw's at that point where he's like, I don't want to leave my house in L.A. Like, I don't know. But anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, the chat room's hilarious right now. Mike Pat says, feel free to take 5 more minutes. I guess he's getting set up still. Man, that sounds whack. Okay, I'll see myself at. Yeah, the Western Athletic Conference, the whack. Yes. And then, of course, Jen B. Kind of funny on his show. Of course, he is a Washington Wizards fan. However, since they don't win with the W, Wizards, Jen took the liberty to rename them the Lizards because they lose with an L.
I thought that was a real team.
Named the Lizards. You thought the Lizards were a real team?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't keep track of all of the teams, okay?
It's a lot. Jen B says here, hey, Mike, Lizards are only down by 12. Yay! Isn't that great? When you can cheer for your team that's down by 12. So
yeah, you do it.
We lost by 46 last time. We're only down by 20 this time. Yeah! Like, I hate being a Laker, Raider, Duck fan, Galaxy fan.
Raiders have been good, okay? They just unfortunately did not win the, you said 2 games?
Well, they had to win these last, they had
and I think that they should keep their coach. They would be trouble in that team if he leaves. Because I think he would be a really good coach.
Well, some people feel that because they didn't beat the Colts, that was his tryout, basically.
Well, that's dumb because that was only 1 game.
But that was the game to get to the playoffs.
Either way, second chances, man.
So they got the Broncos.
Plus, he only got to be with this team, halfway through the season?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not even enough time to get your guys in gear and follow the way that he leads and go from there.
But the NFL's business.
I don't care. I'll be mad at them and I'll be, hollering at them.
Right?
No, I'm just kidding.
If they freaking, I don't know. But they're going after, which is a segue, they're going after Coach Harborough, possibly, which is coaching Michigan in the national championship game coming on up here. In a few moments. Yeah, Celia's not getting mad. In a few moments, in a few days here. Of course, we have Washington and Michigan going head-to-head on Monday. And, yeah. Coach Harborough coaches Michigan. He finally got them to a championship. Some say if he wins that championship, he's going to reconsider the NFL. He did coach the Niners 10 years ago. Got them to the Super Bowl. Oh. He was fired after a couple of years there. He went to college. He just got fired. He wasn't winning. Oh. You need to win in the NFL or you get fired. It's crazy. It's how it goes, And, really anywhere. So he went to college, coached at Michigan. He got them now to the national championship. If Michigan wins this thing, it's a possibility he might leave and go back to the NFL. And Coach Harborough might be coaching the Raiders.
Maybe he's just good at coaching college, though.
That's what I said. They're 2 different animals. Nick Saban, which has built the powerhouse at Alabama, coached in Miami in the NFL before he went to Alabama, and he's comfortable in Alabama. So it's true. Some people I think are his college coaches. Some people are NFL coaches. His brother, by the way, Jim Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh's brother, John Harbaugh, is the coach of the Ravens. Kind of crazy. And in 2013, they played each other in the Harborough Bowl, Super Bowl. Jim Harbaugh, younger brother versus the older brother. The Ravens coach, John Harbaugh. The older brother won in the Super Bowl. But it was pretty cool. That was the famous bowl where the lights went out for some weird reason. But anyway, so...
They forgot to pay the bill.
I know, right? Monday's game, Washington and Michigan. Who are you taking? Huskies or Wolverines?
I like Huskies.
You like the purple?
Yeah. Well, okay. See, I didn't even know that they were purple.
They're purple?
I'm always going to go for a purple team.
Right. Well, I'm picking them for sure.
Oh, darn it.
This is the biggest slap in the face to college football because the Pac-12 is dying. It's not going to exist next year. And guess what? It'd be hilarious to see a Pac-12 team win the championship on their way out. That's hilarious. So, ha, 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 let's go Washington. Anyway. So yeah, that's coming up. So yeah, anyway, and the Ducks, well, the Ducks aren't even worth talking about anymore. The Ducks are the Ducks are 13-23. In the Pacific, they're second to last. Only one team worse than them, which is very hard to remember.
Hey, at least they're not at the bottom.
Yeah, the Sharks are at the bottom. And the Sharks are 9-27.
Oh, dang.
The Ducks are 13-23.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess, you're better than a team that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you're still horrible yourself. The Ducks are trash. I'm sorry. We should go see them, though. Tickets are probably like $3. So
you say all that negativity.
Well, might as well go see them.
You should go see them.
If they were winning, the tickets would be like $70 a piece. So hey, screw it. That's the only good thing about having crappy teams. Tickets are cheap, unless you're the Raiders, because they got to pay off that stadium. But yeah, look at that in the chat room. Mike said, "Yep, coaches don't belong." Yeah, some coaches don't belong in the NFL, and you bet your ass, John Harbaugh won, of course. Mike Pat, the host of Let's Whine About DMV Sports. Guess where Baltimore, Maryland is? In the DMV.
No.
So John Harbaugh. So Mike Pat, of course, covers those Ravens. Cecilia's a low-key fan because they're purple.
Yes. I could also be a Vikings fan, but yeah.
Cecilia is a Prince.
Purple.
She's a Prince fan too. Anything has to do with purple.
Yes.
So anyway, that was pretty cool. And gotta mention all that fun stuff there. So anyway, guys, yeah, it's been crazy. So we're gonna take ourselves one more quick break. When we get back, we're gonna have a little bit of fun. And Mike's giving us a few more minutes, so we're gonna use those few more minutes. Why not? And when we come back, we're gonna talk about a few more things. Our teams suck, but on this day in sports history, and of course, some new recipes and the song of the moment. You're listening to the Sports Club Perspectives right here on iSports Radio. You're our feed for all. That is sports. We'll be right back after this.
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris is the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.
Hey, Cleveland and Columbus sports fans, this is Jen B, host of the Show of the Land on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. If you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in live to the Show of the Land on Tuesdays, where we will cover the Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Monsters. We will also talk about the Columbus Blue Jackets, Crew, Fury, and of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll also cover other colleges in the area like Akron, Kent State, Cleveland State, Mount Union, John Carroll, Baldwin Wallace, Youngstown State, among others. So like I said, if you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in Tuesdays to the Show of the Land with Jen B on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Couple Perspectives right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Oh yeah, Jen B. Check her out, man. I love that little song. Her little song is too cute. It reminds me of like a Mario Kart song.
Oh, Mario Kart.
Like a song you hear on Mario Kart.
Yeah, I guess.
We play Mario Kart all the time. Well, we used to. I know we did the other day. It was fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gotta get back into that. That was fun. Mm-hmm. I told, because Cecilia, she grew up playing Rock Band like a little bit and Guitar Hero just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I told her we should totally go vintage and grab that, and she doesn't want to.
No, I don't know. Not that I'm not against. I mean, I'm not against it.
It was fun.
Just, yeah.
I call drums.
No, you break the things.
I did, so I learned to play softer.
Yeah, right.
It was, yeah. But anyway, so we're in our final 10 minutes here of the show. So Mike Pat knows where we're going with this. But he did say take a few more minutes. So, okay. So really quick. Song of the moment. What is a song that's stuck in your head right now? Go. Any song.
Well, now it's the Don't Cry For Me Argentina.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is that from again?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't...
it's from, what did Jen say? I forgot. Evita? I can't even remember. That's sad. It's been that long. That's why. Yeah, Evita.
You're like all over that, aren't you? You're ready to roll with that song. You're gonna... Mm-hmm. You're awesome. That's fun. So that's it? Yeah. So what's the song? What is it about? What's it from? Evita, you said.
From what I can remember of the song and like the lady who was playing Evita, I think it was just her heart crying out to Argentina, basically. I don't know. I'm forgetting the whole storyline of it all. It's been years.
And it's a play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's on an actual person, though. Like a real person that really existed.
That's interesting. Well, hey.
I could be wrong. But,
and it's Evita. So what's the play about?
I just said I don't remember.
Okay. Regardless, well, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. Okay, well, then I'll just go on to mine. There's a band, of course, I've loved so much different music, but I grew up with a band called the Dropkick Murphys, one of the bands I used to love to death. My buddy Alex Gaines, we used to party with those guys all the time, too, and everything. And there's a hilarious song called Middle Finger that I absolutely love because it reminds me of my father. And I love the chorus because I just, rest in peace, Dad. It's a funny song. It's about a dude who just don't give a crap, who really could have probably gone a little bit further in his life, but he's not going to kiss no one's butt. And the chorus is hilarious because I gotta read some of this. Like it's hilarious. The chorus is, I could never keep my life from burning to the ground. You'd think I'd learned my lesson. I'm a man who's been around, but I could never keep that middle finger down. So basically, he's that guy. He's that guy who just, he's not going to kiss no one's butt, and he's just going to F you and whatever. And, well, guess what? Unfortunately, that kind of kept him down from going big places. But I love the song, and I mean, this is funny. Like, it's just that guy. I just think it's funny when he talks about that. You'd think I learned my lesson. I'm a man who's been around. So basically, you'd think I learned my lesson. I've been around for a while, but I don't give a crap. I love it. It's a funny song, and it's a song that got stuck in my head earlier because I was listening to it, and I was I forgot what I was doing earlier. My gosh, Cecilia was out and about today and doing her thing, and yeah, I was washing and I was making lunch and I was working on her website. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, we have a quick announcement. My beautiful wife over here has her own business.
Yay!
She's just starting. Mm-hmm. Really, really cool. You want to tell the folks a little bit about this thing you got going on live here?
Sure.
Yeah, what do you got?
So they're called sealing wax stamps.
Yay.
They're very old school. I don't know, I should have looked this up, but they used to use it like way back in the day, like to seal their letters to people, especially people who have title and power, I guess you would say. What they would do is use the wax from the candles, put it on and close it with their paper. And so yeah, they would use the candle, and then they would use their crescent from like either their ring or whatever that they had. I think they even had like some stamps too back at that time. I could be wrong. But yeah, so now they made it modernized, I guess you would say, and they have a whole bunch of different styles, or what would you call them, like imprints, I guess, or stamps.
Yeah, which basically is really cool.
And yeah, so you can use them as gifts or for gifts, letter wise. You can even put them on presents. I was surprised. I just learned that recently.
Which is pretty cool.
And wedding invitations, all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. It's fun. I like how the whole process is and everything like that. So I figured that if I like doing this as a hobby, maybe, I could sell some and make a little, money or profit off of it. And maybe some other people will enjoy my work as well.
Well, I think that's awesome. Hopefully all of you think it's awesome. Mike Pat says here, they do that in GOT. I don't know what that is.
It's that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Gen B, of course, jumping in here. Well, everybody, make sure to check out Cecilia's new Instagram page.
Yeah.
She's rocking and rolling over on that thing. I'm helping her set it up and get it going. At Seal the Deal. That's her name, guys. Seal the Deal.
Well, on there it's Seal the Deal _.
Wax stamps.
Wax stamps.
So give her Game of Thrones. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, Seal the Deal all together. SEALTHEDEAL _ wax stamps. WAXSTAMPS. Of course, Seal the Deal wax stamps. And it is really cool. She's got some videos already I made her, and so we're making the website right now, and they'll be available for purchase soon. Really cool. They're, non-expensive, but order them for your wedding invitations, baby shower invitations, love letters, whatever you guys want to do. We're really excited for that. Show her some love and do all that. And really quick, this day in history, in sports history, pretty cool here. 1931, first woman to purchase a baseball team. Lucille Thomas buys the Topeka Senators franchise in the Western League.
That's cool.
Right? I mean, so that was pretty neat. So kind of cool to have, to see these kind of things here. Also, we have here, let's take a look here. Let me find one more little tidbit of information here. 1859, the first steamboat in the North Star sails up the Northern Red River of America. Not sports, but that's events. I don't know. I think there's a couple of them here. It says here, 1934, National and American Leagues select a uniform ball. Oh, they got a ball that they all use, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, cool. Right? So, 1937. Wow, my grandfather was born. Australian cricket batsman Jack Singleton, 136, and Don Bradman, out 270 the following day, make then a record stand of 346 for 6th wicket in third test versus England in Melbourne. So, of course, you got to know cricket for all that talk. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that was fun tonight. So glad you can be with us, you guys. Oh, what a good show. Got some history in there, a little fun stuff, but we're going to continue that. Any last words for our listeners tonight?
Thank you for listening. Take care, be safe, and stay healthy.
Please do, you guys. Happy New Year. Enjoy it. Of course, some recipes, like I said. We'll get to the recipes next week, I guess. We just always have so much fun talking about everything else. But stay tuned, you guys. Coming up right now, after this, we have Mike Pat. Gave a few more minutes. Mike Pat and Let's Wine About DMV Sports. Looking forward to his wine of the week. Well, there you go. Make sure to follow our sponsor, Planet Jerky, at Planet Jerky on Instagram. Show them some love, planetjerky.net. Purchase your jerky. And of course, that is that, you guys. Give us a follow, TSCP everywhere. And of course, my beautiful wife, me, your boy Larry B. We'll see you next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.